Now all of a sudden they're talking about him being top 5. We were on that bandwagon a long time ago, and right now it seems like the world is in the palm of his hands. He just beat Regis Prograis December 9th in San Francisco, became the WBC super lightweight champion. He is the one and only Devin Haney. There he is. Devin, my man. How are you?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Ariel, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm sorry I didn't see you out there in San Fran, but I was very, very happy for you. Congratulations on
Yes,
an incredible
sir.
performance.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that we couldn't make it happen, but timing is everything. I know you were there in spirits, and got the victory, and yeah.
I'll be at the next one, my man. The man trying to hold me down, but we're gonna fight through it. We're gonna fight through that. You know
Yeah,
what
no,
that's
for
like.
sure, for sure. Oh, 100%.
Okay, so Devin, geez, what timing here? We didn't really plan this, but you're in the mix of everything. I mean, like every time I go on Twitter, it's something related to you going on right now. So I just saw a tweet like 20 minutes ago from Oscar De La Hoya. Let's just skip right to the nitty gritty and then kind of work our way backwards. Is it you versus Ryan? Is that the fight that is being tried to make right now?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's something that we're talking about. We're in negotiations with Oscar and Ryan's lawyer, Ryan's team. Um, so it could very much be what's next.
How's that dynamic, by the way? Because it doesn't seem like they like each other very much, Ryan and Oscar. Are they still on?
I don't know. I don't get in their personals. They personals, whatever. I know that it's business at the end of the day, and it's all about money, and this is a big money fight for Ryan's side, De La Hoya and his side, and my side as well. So and if it makes dollars, it makes sense.
If this fight comes to fruition, would this be a fight that you would be doing under the Matchroom umbrella as well?
Um, yeah, I mean, we just gotta see. We still gotta. We're still in the beginning stages of negotiations. So we just gotta see. But definitely, Nacho is part of the team for sure.
Okay, because correct me if I'm wrong. You're technically a free agent, right? Like that was just a one fight deal with
Yeah,
Matchroom.
yeah, yeah.
Were you happy back with them for this fight?
Of course, of course. I never wanted to leave Matchroom. I said this, before I even left. I was like, I didn't want to leave, but I had to do what I had to do to become undisputed. And it was a good decision on my end because I wouldn't be in this position if I didn't leave. So everything worked out for me. As soon as I won the title and I was back, a free agent, I went back to Matchroom.
And why just one fight deal you signed? Like why wasn't it a longer term deal when you went back to them?
Yeah, I mean, because we still want to make ourselves available for the biggest fights to happen.
Love that.
And it was a co-promotional deal. So I still want to be able to go from network to network if I have to make the biggest fights happen, and that's what I'm doing.
Why does it seem like you're one of the few guys who is making deals like that in boxing? You're not allowing yourself to be shackled by any network or any promoter. You continue to bounce around. You continue to leave every door open. Why does it seem like more people are not doing that in boxing? Like you're the exception.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think that these guys are business savvy. I don't think that they understand the business, and they're even if they do understand the business, they're not in a position to where they can call these shots and negotiate these kind of things. This is something that I've been doing since I signed my first deal with Matchroom. I've been doing a co-promotional deal, and not tying myself down for too long so that I could be in this position. And everything, alhamdulillah, I think Allah that everything has been working out for me because I could easily be on the other side of it to where I'm a free agent, but I'm coming off of a loss and I'm not worth anything.
Right.
So, it's worked out well for me.
Is it fun? Oh, there's the thumbs up. Love it. You see that? Did you see the thumbs up pop up? Did you see that?
Yeah,
That that's a
yeah, it's really
that's a
good.
new thing on the phone. I love it. It just kind of pops up if you put up a thumbs
I
up. Yeah,
like that. I like
yes,
that.
it
I
might come up
like
again.
that.
Is it funny? Like 2 years ago, you're the guy having to chase the guy over in Australia, and then you got to go back. Now it seems like you're the belle of the ball. Do you sit back and laugh a little bit at this?
Yeah, no, I definitely laugh at it. Because a few years ago they were saying I wasn't a draw, that I wasn't worth anything, and that it was this and I was that. It was this and it was that, and now I'm the king, and I'm the guy that they're calling for, and it's crazy how tables turn. But I dreamed to be in this position. I knew I would be in this position one day, and you know, um, what a blessing.
Does it feel like you're finally getting the respect that you want? Like, is this it right here,
Yeah,
or do you still
yeah.
feel like you don't quite get the respect that you deserve?
No, I'm definitely getting the respect that I deserve. Like I said, I knew that this time would come. I knew that it was only a matter of time until I turned the non-believers into believers, and the naysayers. I changed. They walk with a different tune, and right now is that time.
So if it was up to you and your father, Bill, who I enjoy very much, by the way, I mean, what a guy to have in your corner.
Mhm.
His
For sure.
interviews
Thank
and the videos, and he's just like the ultimate dad slash trainer slash hype man. He's got everything in one. It's
Yeah, he's the
incredible,
whole package for sure.
the
For
whole
sure.
thing. And he's lost a lot of weight, right? Has he lost weight? He looks good, right? Am I crazy?
Yeah. No, he lost some weight. My dad, he's either a vegetarian or a vegan, one of the two. Um, So yeah, nah, he's definitely lost weight, and he's his skin is glowing. He's
Yes.
happy, and life is good for him.
One of these days, I'd love to have him on as well. But if it was up to you, top choice is Ryan Garcia your top choice, or would it be someone else?
Yeah, no, I mean it's a huge fight. The Gervonta Davis fight is the biggest fight in boxing today, and Ryan Garcia is not too far behind. So one of those two fights for sure.
Okay, so what is going on
I've been
with?
saying my thing now is I accomplished everything in the lightweight division. I became undisputed. I got all the belts. I did all that. But now it's about making the biggest fights happen for the most money, and that's where I'm at with it.
So where do things stand with Tank? Because I see all the back and forth and all the words and stuff. From your perspective, where do
Um,
things stand?
it's no real negotiations, nothing like that. That's a fight that I would love, but it nothing. It's nothing has really took off. His team hasn't reached out to us or anything like that. They said that they need to send us an offer, and they'll be the ones reaching out and doing that, but nobody's reached out. So um, right now we're on to Ryan Garcia now.
Do you think that he doesn't want it?
Um, Man, I've been calling for these guys for a long time. It's only a matter of time before I share a ring with all of them.
Okay, and for you, like considering you're on this roll and you're undefeated, to fight the guy that lost to Tank, does that interest you? Like ultimately, Tank would probably be the
Yeah,
top choice, right?
yeah, for sure. But that's the number one guy on his resume is Ryan Garcia. So once I beat him, then my resume is only going to get bigger and bigger. And like I said, it's one of the biggest fights in boxing, and it's a huge fight.
And is he trying to get you to 135? Is that part of the negotiation, or who is? Because I saw you say I'm not going
We're
back
not
to
in, we're not in, we're not in negotiations.
right, or whatever it is, the public posturing, whatever it is. Like who's
Yeah,
trying to
no,
get you to
the
135?
public wants me to go to 135. Well, his side, his
Yeah,
fans would like for me to go to 135 and deplete myself. But I gave up the belts at 135 because I cannot make the weight anymore, and I'm not going to deplete myself and not go into the ring 100% like I've been doing for so long.
you will never fight at 35 again.
Never.
How much better was life going to 140?
So, man, I mean, you see it in the fight. You see how much better, how much stronger. Would you say that was my best performance up to date?
I think so. I mean, it was virtuoso, as they say.
Yes, thank you. I felt, tremendous. It's the best I ever felt, and you know, it has a lot to do with me killing myself to make the weight. I was killing myself to make the weight for so long that I thought that was normal. I thought it was normal to feel like that, to feel depleted. Like I didn't know no other way. So like going into the last fight, I was like, am I training hard enough? Like, like am I going into this fight 100% because I didn't feel depleted. I didn't feel like I was overworked or anything like that. So, going into this fight, I felt way more, going into that fight, the Regis Prograis fight, I felt way more fresh.
It was crazy when you guys were squaring off. You looked like the original 140 pounder, and he looked like the smaller guy. It was crazy how much bigger you were than him, and that got me thinking
Yeah,
about 147. And so, how far away do you
yeah,
think we are from you at 147?
yeah. I mean, well, I don't think that we're that far away. You know, possibly, 147 could be next. It's still something that I'm looking into. Obviously, we want to pick the right fight at 147. To see how I feel. I'm still barely going up to 140. So but 147 is in the near future for sure.
California State Athletic Commission put out something that you weighed 165 on the night. Is that accurate?
Um, yeah, that's accurate.
Yo, how does that? You gained 25 pounds in 24 hours, or a little bit more
Hey,
than
what can I
24?
say, man? I drink a lot of Essentia water. I may have drank too much water, and that's about it. I mean, because let's be real, you cannot put on that much weight, of fucking food. Like you just can't,
Yeah,
right? Like it has to be water.
right.
So obviously it's me drinking and you know fluids. So it's really just water weight.
Sure, sure.
And a lot of guys do that. Like boxing, they don't weigh us they don't. That's not normal for us to weigh us on the day of the fight or right before we go into the ring. So it's a lot of guys that do that,
And by the
but
way,
we just don't
I'm
know.
not saying it's illegal or anything. Like in MMA, it's a huge thing. Guys will add 20, 30 pounds, from the weigh-ins. I just didn't know that that was the number. And again, if you could do it and be healthy, more power to you. There's no rules that say you can't. I'm just
No, I
wondering.
mean that's where guys go wrong is they don't they're not rehydrating up, and that's where guys are I hate to say it, but that's when guys are dying in the ring and stuff like that because their brain is it's not hydrated and everything is not they're depleting themselves, but they're not doing the proper things to hydrate back up, and the oxygen's not going back to their brain, and they're not going into the fight 100%, and things happen, freak accidents happen like that.
Is that the heaviest you've ever been in a fight?
I don't know because I never we don't normally
Right.
weigh, so I don't really know, what I'm entering the ring at.
You're still so young. I'm just wondering when your career is all said and done in many, many years, where do you think you'll cap? Like what weight do you think you'll end at?
I think probably like 160
Wow.
maybe. I don't know though. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
still growing. My body's still maturing. I'm not the tallest guy in the world. Obviously, you know that.
Yes.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11" and a half, almost 6.
Okay, yeah. So you're pretty tall. So I'm not the tallest guy in the world, so I can't get that big. But I think my body will definitely fill out, and I don't have like a super small body frame. You see me like how I look when I'm
Yeah.
going into a fight. I'd be like ripped up because I'm doing everything to possible to make the weight.
Now, what about Bomac, the head trainer for Terrence Crawford? He said that if you guys fought, that would ruin your career. Obviously, he's going to back his guy, but I feel like this to me is the fight. Even more like it's Tank and it's Terrence. To me, those are like the massive fights, right? You versus them. Those are like generational fights. The whole world would watch
Yeah.
those. Do you feel like they don't take you seriously? I feel like Tank takes you seriously. I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
about Terrence and his team.
I'm barely going to 140, so that fight is, if it would ever happen, it would take some time for me to fill out and be, 147 pounder. But right now I'm just barely getting to 140.
Okay, so that's a bit down the line.
But he's supposed to say that. He's supposed to say that about his fighter.
Sure, sure, fair
My
enough.
dad, my dad would say the same thing.
He didn't say that you're a private school kid, so at least there's that.
Say what?
He didn't say that you're just a private school kid. That was a joke about
I'm
Regis.
just a, that's, I'm just a private school. I'm just a private school kid.
uh,
That's all I am, man.
are you and Regis cool? I saw the tweets afterwards. It seems like there's no
Yeah,
there's
no,
no.
it's nothing but respect. I never disliked Regis. I never said I disliked him or nothing like that. He came with his private school shit, but he was like, it was really his coach, really,
Yeah.
that was really talking the shit. Regis never really, disrespected me. Besides, said that I was like, like a silver spoon type of kid. But other than that, it never was no real disrespect. I fuck with Regis, and he gave me an opportunity, to become two-division champ, even though he probably, really felt like he could win the fight. But he gave me the opportunity, so he always has respect in my book.
The buildup, especially the week of the fight, your dad and Evans Tobler, his strength and conditioning coach. I mean, that was at some point I felt like they just needed to be locked in a room and we'll have like a debate between them. It was great theater, and they did all the talking for you, which was probably nice. But I'm just wondering, did he say anything to you or your dad afterwards, Evans? Like, hey, much
Nah,
love,
he told me,
congrats.
he told me, good fight, and I don't remember what he said. We talked um a little bit, but we didn't really say too much. He just told me congrats, and he came on the internet. He said that he knew that I was a good fighter, and he gave me my respect.
When you were thinking about the fight, planning for the fight, did you think it would be that one-sided?
Yeah, I knew if I followed the game plan, and I went in there and I executed it, then yeah, it would be a easy night.
Okay. And then you said in the aftermath at the press conference that you had a conversation with Eddie Hearn, and he was saying like, as you said, mate, maybe 7,000 tickets sold for this at the Chase Center.
Yeah.
So obviously he was being a little conservative, underestimated. Did you think it would sell out? Did you think it would be as
Yeah, no, I knew,
you knew?
I knew for sure. Yeah,
Really?
I knew that the debate would come out and support. I told my dad that. I told Eddie that. Like, bro, it's gonna be massive. Like, it's they're gonna come support for sure. And I was right.
And so I saw an interview with your old friend Bob Arum with Fight Hype, and he said that the pay-per-view didn't do well, that he did horrible. And then I saw your dad's response to Bob Arum as well. And so can I ask you what your response is to Bob's comments recently?
I didn't even see I didn't see the interview, but I mean, Bob don't never got nothing nice to say about me, so it ain't nothing to be, surprised. He's mad I beat his fighter, and it is what it is.
Even when you fought for him, he didn't say nice things? No.
No,
You didn't feel the love.
it's always love. It's business.
Right. Did they try to keep you? Did they even make a strong attempt to
No,
keep
for
you?
sure, of course, of course, of course. Um, but I'm where I'm at. We never know what the future holds, but right now, I'm doing my own thing.
Can I ask you about the pay-per-view? Could you tell us how it did?
Honestly, I haven't even got the pay-per-view numbers yet, and I'm still waiting on pay-per-view numbers because I get paid on pay-per-view. So
Sure.
um,
But you have any
I
kind of
don't, I,
sense or not yet?
not yet. No, I don't have it. I don't have the numbers yet, but shortly.
Okay. When would you like to return?
I don't know. I want to enjoy the holidays with my family and just chill. Take some time off and just decompress. Even though I've been training, running, staying in shape, but just still just decompressing and just figuring out what's next. But I don't know.
Like you think we
Maybe
see?
March,
Okay, I was gonna say
April.
April. Yeah, March, April.
Yeah.
I remember when you announced the Prograis fight, everyone was like, you're ducking Shakur. We talked about Shakur. Now I don't hear his name associated with you anymore. What do you make of that? Is it because of his last performance? Is it because you're out of the 135
Yeah, no,
pound picture?
it's because his last performance for sure. Um, they see that it was nothing for me to duck.
Right.
Shit,
So are you done with that? Do you think one day you cross paths?
we'll see.
Okay. I saw a photo today on Twitter. I'll just ask you a couple more and I'll let you go. You and Ryan Garcia in the amateur days. You sparred. This particular person, Michael Benson,
We
said
fought 6 times.
six.
Yeah, we fought six
Okay.
times in amateurs game.
Yeah.
3-3.
Three
We
and
settled the score. We settled the score in the pros.
that's right. So do you think right now that's the front runner? That's the fight? Like, do you think that right now
We
things
gotta
could
see.
change?
Yeah. We're still in the beginning stages, but that's really the only fight that I'm really negotiating, to that extent right now. So yeah, I think it's a front runner for sure.
How would you describe your relationship with Ryan?
We grew up together. I know Ryan well, and we know each other. It's pretty soon. We step into the ring and we compete. At the highest level. We both, he believes in himself. I believe in myself. It's nothing to really, like. I know Ryan.
Okay.
I know him well.
What did you think of his last performance?
Um, he went there. He made a good adjustment. Um, but that's about it.
That's it? He made a good adjustment? Why'd you laugh?
Yeah, no. He made a good adjustment. The fight was a little shaky at first. He was trying some new moves, and then he made the adjustment. He knocked him out. So he knocked him out, and he got the victory. So that's all that matters.
Who's the number one pound for pound fighter in the world?
Me.
Okay. All right. Some would say Terrence or Naoya Inoue, who's fighting next week.
Nah, I like Terrence. I like Canelo. I think those are like my two pound for pound guys. I think Canelo. Then I think Terrence.
You gonna watch this card on Saturday in Saudi?
Oh, for sure. I'm going to the fight.
You're going? When are you going?
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Oh wow, you're gonna be there. Have you been there before?
Yeah. I'm Muslim, so I went to Mecca. I went to Hajj, and I did that in Saudi. I went to the Jake Paul fight in Saudi.
Oh, that's right. Yes. The one against Tommy. This is gonna be quite the scene. I feel like they're in boxing, crazy shit happens, and they want Wilder to fight Joshua, I feel like one of them is going to lose and screw up the plans.
I doubt it.
You doubt it? All right, fine. Well, it's going to be a great time. It's always a great time talking to you, Devin. Appreciate the time very much. Congrats on the win. I'm cool with Ryan as well. If you need me to be the moderator in the negotiations or to help mediate things, you have my number, man. All right, so I'll help you out. No problem. On the house.
I appreciate you, brother.
Happy holidays. All right, take care.
Same to you.
There he is, the great Devin Haney joining us. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.